I barely remember any of that night. All my memory leaves me with is the overpowering pain in my eyes and the glaring flash of colored sparks. And then it went dark. And then more darkness. Even though I barely remember that disastrous Chinese New Year Eve, I'm reminded of it every day of my life with the darkness that followed me around. Tonight, I once again have to sit through a family dinner with relatives that don't talk to me and fight my exhaustion to stay up until midnight. It's not like we could sleep anyway, with the fireworks shouting, taunting me all night. We drew the new red curtains at the first sign of the fiery jewels exploding in the night sky, and no one dared to open them until March. Even then, every so often, there were stray ones that erupted randomly, causing us all to flinch. I sighed and rolled out of bed, slipping into the new clothes hanging on my windowsill. The embroidery felt scratchy against my skin, just as it had that tragic night. I brushed my fingers against the wall as I found my doorway. I could hear clattering downstairs, which was probably from my Waipo making early preparations for tonight's banquet. I gripped the handrails and made my way downstairs, step by step. I felt a whoosh of air as my two brothers bounded past me noisily, causing the floorboards to creak. Soon the whole house was alive, knocks on the door every hour, followed by the screeches of what seemed to be my mother greeting distant relatives. They were arriving left and right to all gather together tonight. Although the old tradition of going out to watch fireworks was abruptly put to a halt 7 years ago, we still had our family values of getting together with the whole family for celebration. I sulked in the corner of the living room, doing as told by my mother. She didn't want me getting in the way and tripping over new decorations. A loud pop from an early firework sounded right outside a nearby cloaked window. I dreamed of seeing the brilliant sparks against the inky sky just one last time. My brain glitched as I remembered the heat on my face from that night. I didn't know that fireworks were so unpredictable. I was only 4, and all I wanted to see was pretty colors in the sky, but now I would never be able to see them again. The rippling bang of a gong interrupted my thoughts as I realized it was time for dinner. I picked up my stick and slowly made my way to the dining room. I could hear chatter from all parts of the room and smell steaming food laid out on the table. I felt a hand help guide me to my seat as the noise died down as my Waipo spoke with her soothing, steady voice. "Let's let the little one pick the first dumpling." I blushed as I slowly reached out toward the smell of dumplings and plunged my chopsticks into the moist bowl. I felt around as I picked one up and plopped it onto my plate. The last time I picked the lucky dumpling, with the golden coin, was when I was 4. I'd wished for a firework to set off all by myself. I hesitated, then stuffed the dumpling in my mouth, doubtful it was the one containing the coin. Just as I heard the others begin to dig in, I chowed down on something hard in my mouth. I instantly knew that I had chosen the lucky dumpling. I stopped chewing and slowly let the little jeweled coin drop into the palm of my hand. I rubbed the metal with my thumb as a hush went over the crowd. I could feel all eyes on me. It was time to make my wish. I wish that I could see the fireworks just once, tonight. "Little one," my mother started to murmur, but stopped. Outside I heard a firework ignite, followed by several more. I pushed my chair aside and bounded towards the window, stumbling over my own feet. I pushed aside the curtains and slowly it started to fade into view. The magical sight that replaced the darkness in my eyes mesmerized me. Dazzling sparks erupted across the whole sky. I could hear people walking up behind me, but I couldn't take my eyes off the fireworks. They were beautifully spectacular. I beamed with joy as I looked up at my Waipo, for the first time seeing her wrinkled, smiling face. I looked back towards the window, but all I saw was the dark night sky, slowly infecting the rest of my view. I'd gotten to see the fireworks one last time, I thought to myself, as the jewels slowly faded from my sight, joining the darkness once again.